What's happening, fam? L.A.R movement still moving. Book is entitled Lessons from a Non-Custodial Father at Amazon, Kindle, and Create Space. Link will be in the description box below. What Men Want is the title of this one. See, people act like women, when I talk, I love you ladies, but y'all act like y'all don't know nothing. Y'all playing. So, let's make a video about what men want. Men want a woman that they're attracted to. Just like you have preferences, we have preferences. And we want to be with a woman that maybe fits our preferences. She doesn't have to be exactly like, she don't have to have 100% and a 10 for 10 in all of our preferences, but she's got to fit a majority of them. So we want a woman we're attracted to, in the realm of women that we consider attractive. As far as looks goes, that's what we want. Somebody that we can always say, she's so fine to me. We want an intelligent woman. That's what we want. We don't like dumb women. And what's worse, we don't like women that play dumb, who think they smart by playing dumb. We hate that. That's insulting, and it drives us crazy. Because if you're so smart that you're going to play stupid, you might as well just say you're stupid. But we want an intelligent woman. Not just intelligent, who can bring her mind to the table. Maybe she has a different perspective on budgeting and saving money and growing money, and maybe she has a different perspective on how to what's important as far as working together. There's a 1,000 ways to skin a cat. She's smart enough to say, you know what, that works, but what about this too? She can actually use her mind in a conversation to bring up options that work for the both of you. She can hold a conversation about anything: politics, religion, current events, history. Like I said before, finance for sure, family. A multitude of subjects: science, math. She's actually certain books. She's well versed. We like a woman who has a brain, because that's actually a great quality that makes her a helpmate, because you don't have to do all the thinking all the time. And you can actually, get smarter by bouncing ideas off of each other. We want a woman and like a woman who has a life. Because a woman who has a life can understand that a man has a life. What I mean by that is this: a woman who has hobbies, interests, and will be in a relationship with her man, but also be able to do the things that enjoy her, that she can enjoy her life outside her man. Just like, because both men and women, we want our time to ourselves. If he likes football, it's football season, he wants to watch football, and you don't want to watch that, it's your time to go do your girl thing, your hair, nail, whatever. Like, that's y'all separate things, and y'all got a separate life, right? You don't have to be in her hobbies. She doesn't have to be in your hobbies, because certain things might not mesh. You could try them every now and then. You got to compromise with that. Just say, okay, every now and then we'll do something that you like together. So you can, because you got to introduce each other to your worlds. But at a certain space, you might like to do a particular thing to decompress. And she has a life and she decompresses, you decompress, and y'all come together and that's cool, right? So we like a woman who has her own life. Not independent, but just has her own life, right? We like a woman that's peaceful. That's what we want, a peaceful woman. You know, a woman that can walk in the house from a good day or a bad day and leave the drama of the world outside. I mean, if we have a bad day or a good day, you don't bring negative energy into your home. You don't bring negative energy into the room. You don't bring negative energy into your relationship. So we want a woman who understands that you don't do that you bring positivity in a relationship and not negativity. Of course, there are going to be times where you vent and you need each other for support when things are not going so well. But that is not supposed to be a daily occurrence. For the most part, you want a peaceful woman who brings peace to the house. That's the kind of woman we want. That's what men want. We don't want a woman who wants to sabotage all of the things we're building, whether it's separately or together. We don't need a mutiny in our house, you know. That's what men want, you know. Men want to be able to actually be proud of their woman. You know, she actually is feminine. She actually acts like a lady in public. We want somebody we can, you know, that our friends and our family, well, our family and our friends and just strangers will be like, they're pretty dope. That's a good. You got a good woman. You're a lucky guy. You're like, you know, just like you women want that same thing. We want the same thing. We don't want a woman who's out there. We embarrassed to be around in public, and you're like, God damn, I can't take you nowhere. You just got to go everywhere and act like you ain't got no sense. Don't nobody want that. Nobody. You know, even, you know, we want a woman who can carry herself like a lady and actually is a lady, you know, and handles herself like a lady. We that's what we want, you know. One of the other things, we want a woman who actually cares about her man. See, a lot of you ladies actually think, you know, y'all wonder why our brothers ain't feeling y'all, because really y'all don't care about us. You know, like, we want a woman that's selfless. See, a lot of you ladies just are taught to be selfish. And then when you get around a man, you supposed to do this for me. You supposed to do this. You supposed to do that. You supposed to do this. You supposed. What are you supposed to do, lady? I'm just supposed to be here. And you're just supposed to cater to all. No. We want a selfless woman, a woman that actually, you know, does something for her man. And does things willingly, wants to do things, you know, actually out of sincerity and actually from her heart, you know, not this, oh, I can't believe I had to get you a glass of water. You're a grown man. So what, you broke both your legs yesterday? And I'm that extreme right now. But, you know, you act like, you know, we want a woman who actually says, you know, takes us into consideration. You know, excuse me, like, you know, a woman who actually buys gifts every now and then. You know, a woman who actually cooks and cleans. You know, hard, right? You know, we want a woman who, if you have children together, who has good nurturing and mothering skills, not a person who thinks everything is beneath them. That's part of being selfless. Like, oh, I gotta do this. Like, we don't want somebody complaining all the time about everything. because that's ridiculous. You can't want to be in a relationship and want to be have companionship and want to have love and want to have a family, and every time it's time for you to do something, you want to complain. Nobody wants that. And men want a woman who's, how can I say this? Who's who knows themselves, who understands their good points and they understand their flaws. We want a woman who's self-aware, because one of the worst things in the world is to get with somebody who doesn't know who they are and they're constantly changing to find themselves. And they're grown. That we don't want that. Well, we don't. It's one thing to be a work. It's one thing to be a work in progress when you know yourself, and it's another thing to be a work in progress when you don't know yourself, because you don't have a direction. Now you're just going all over the place. When you know yourself and you're work in progress, you know who you are. You know which direction you're trying to go. We want a woman who actually knows who she is. She's not trendy. She doesn't lose herself in every trend to find herself. She knows who she is, what she's about. She knows her strong suits. She knows her weaknesses. And she works on her weaknesses. And she takes help. And she actually is a helpmate to her man. That's what we want. We don't want narcissistic women. We don't want egotistical women. We don't want selfish women. We don't want adversarial women. We don't want women. We don't want women who believe what women tell other women that men want. We ain't trying to hear that. Your girl don't know what she's talking about. Your girl parents don't like her. Her mama don't like her. Her daddy don't like her. Her kids don't like her. She can't tell you. Her birthday cake says nobody loves you. That's what I'm trying to say. Okay? But this is what we want. We out.